Yogic cosmology and tradition, the 14 lokas, or realms of existence, represent different levels of consciousness and spiritual progression. They are sometimes referred to as physical locations as well. Let's start with the 7 higher lokas, often referred to as the heavens. First, we have the higher lokas, Bhurloka or Bhurloka, the physical plane where humans and other earthly creatures live. This is our everyday reality, experienced through our senses. Bhurloka, the astral plane, a more subtle realm, including the space between the earth and the sun. It represents our dreams and the subconscious mind. Svarloka, Svarga, the heavenly plane of pleasure and beauty, home to higher deities like Indra. It can be seen as states of bliss and joy we experience during peak spiritual moments. Maharlika, the plane of great sages and saints, a realm of profound spiritual knowledge. This is akin to deep meditative states and enlightenment. Jnanaloka, the plane of intense spiritual practice and effort. It represents the disciplined mind in deep meditation. Tapestry, the plane of severe austerity and penance, where ascetics reside. This can be related to states of profound inner focus and self-control. Satyaloka, Brahmaloka, the highest plane of existence, the realm of ultimate truth and liberation. It symbolizes the highest state of consciousness, unity with the divine. Now, let's explore the 7 lower lokas, known as the underworlds. These also reflect different states of consciousness, often associated with negative experiences or spiritual challenges. Here are the lower lokas. Atala, a realm of materialistic pleasures and temptations, symbolizing states of indulgence and attachment. Vatala, characterized by dark sorcery and mystical practices, representing confusion and illusion. Sutala, ruled by the demon King Bali, filled with wealth and prosperity, indicating material success, but spiritual stagnation. Talatala, a realm of great power and military might, symbolizing aggression and dominance. Mahatala, the domain of serpents and reptilian beings, representing fear and base instincts. Rasatala, a realm of demonic forces and evil beings, reflecting deep-seated anger and hatred. Patala, the lowest underworld, filled with intense darkness and negative energy, symbolizing despair and spiritual ignorance. Can you get the clear picture now? In yogic culture, these lokas are experiential states of consciousness. They represent various mental and spiritual states we encounter during life and after death. Understanding them helps us navigate our spiritual journey. And beyond these 14 lokas, there is the supreme Vaikuntha Loka. Vaikuntha Loka, the abode of Lord Vishnu, the eternal realm of ultimate peace, bliss, and liberation. It is the final destination for souls who have achieved moksha, free from the cycle of birth and death. Vaikuntha symbolizes the highest state of divine consciousness and eternal communion with the Supreme. As you can see, some of the lokas are ascribed to deities and demigods symbolically. It is also said in the tradition that when a person dies, they go to these states of being depending upon the karmic structure of that particular person. This is not a good karma or bad karma thing. Originally, in yogic tradition, there is no such thing as good or bad karma. It is a completely different thing altogether. And that would be a different topic than this video. Think of it roughly as the tendencies of a person without the discriminatory mind playing a vital role in determining which loka they'll go to, or the kind of body they'll look for to get reincarnated again. According to their tendencies, they'll choose the kind of womb conducive for them. There is a term called samadhi in the tradition. There are 8 kinds of samadhi. It's very hard to put the experiences into words, since they usually cause more confusion than clarity when we talk about these experiential states. But we can somewhat relate the different states of samadhi with these lokas. Samadhi literally means a state of transcendence of the intellect. You're perfectly capable of discriminatory abilities, but at the same time, you're above the duality of existence. There is another aspect of samadhi where the practitioner has transcended time and physical limitations. If you are familiar with the lore, you must have heard about yogis meditating on the same spot without moving a muscle for months. By no means is it possible for a physically rooted being. They are very much here on earth physically, but their state of being has transcended to higher lokas in a way. Within their experience, it may be a few minutes, but it could be months or years in regular Earth's time period, since there is no time and space as we know it. Understanding the 14 lokas and the supreme Vaikuntha Loka offers profound insights into the nature of consciousness and the spiritual journey. These realms reflect the various states we can experience in life and beyond, guiding us towards higher understanding and spiritual evolution. By contemplating these lokas, we can better navigate our own spiritual paths, transcending the limitations of our current existence and moving closer to ultimate liberation and unity with the divine. These lokas are not just esoteric concepts. They also have parallels in various spiritual traditions and cultures. For instance, in Buddha's way of life, which is also an extended aspect of the ancient Indian yogic tradition, or also known as Hinduism in these days, there are similar realms of existence that align with these lokas, illustrating a shared understanding of the spiritual journey across cultures. In modern interpretations, some even relate these lokas to different dimensions or planes of existence that could be explored through advanced meditation practices or near-death experiences. This has led to fascinating discussions in the realm of metaphysics, where lokas are seen as states that could be accessed through altered states of consciousness. Moreover, the concept of lokas can be seen as a way to understand the human psyche. Each loka could represent different psychological states we go through in our lives, from moments of bliss and enlightenment to periods of darkness and confusion. Recognizing these states can help us navigate our own mental and emotional landscapes more effectively. The exploration of these lokas also reminds us of the vast potential within each of us to achieve higher states of consciousness and spiritual awareness. As we delve deeper into our own practices and experiences, we can aspire to reach these elevated states, ultimately aiming for the supreme state of Vaikuntha, where eternal equanimity and divine bliss await. Thank you for watching, and I hope this journey through the lokas has inspired you to explore your own spiritual path with greater curiosity and dedication.